Hey boys and girls, this is another optional art lesson for you, and again I'm asking you to go into your cupboards and take a look and see if you actually have, this time, some salt. So I just got some cheap salt from Publix, or they brought it to me, and some flour and some measuring cups. So what you need is, now I've made a batch already, so I'm going to share with you, because what we're going to do is we're going to make salt dough today so that we can make some sculptures at home. And if you take 1 cup of flour, and I'm going to do 1 cup of salt, so I'm just going to do this now so you can see. I'm going to do this, la da 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 da, sprinkle it into a mixing bowl. There we are. I'm going to get my flour. So I've got 1 cup of salt and 2 cups of flour. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure that I've got exactly what I need. 1, 2. Just a wee bit more, like that. Put that away, don't need that anymore. And then get yourself a spoon and mix those 2 ingredients up really well first. So salt and flour. Remember, 1 cup of salt, 2 cups of flour. Or if you were going to do smaller measurements, ½ a cup of salt and 1 cup of flour. Okay? So make sure it's nicely mixed up. Now the next thing you're going to need, so if you're doing 1 cup and 2 cups, you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of water. And I've got my water actually already here, but you don't just pour it in straight away. You have to do it really, really slowly. Otherwise it's not going to work for you. So what I've got is a tablespoon, and I'm going to take maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons at a time and put it into my mixture, and I'm going to stir it in, and I'm going to do this slowly, okay? And when I think that I've got all that water mixed in, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to just do it nice and carefully, because if I race at it, this mixture is not going to work for me. I'm not going to be able to make any sculptures. So now salt dough can air dry, but the best thing to do is actually to get an adult in your house to actually turn on the oven at 200 degrees, so it's really low, and you put your salt dough ornaments in the oven for about 2 hours, but make sure you watch them, you don't want them to burn, and that will make them go nice and hard. And I'm just going to keep adding my water in there. Now when you've got all the water added into it, you're going to then mix it all in and then get it out of the bowl, and then you're going to knead it. And you're going to have to knead it for about 10 minutes. And that means you're going to mix those ingredients together. So get onto the work surface in your kitchen and on a countertop or on a chopping board and knead it. And when you've got it all nicely kneaded, now look at mine, that's really gorgeous. This one's been kneaded already and it's all holding together. Because if you look at this one, it still needs water and it needs to get to that stage. But really good 10 minutes, so pushing it, kneading it, okay? Then you have to leave it for 20 minutes. Leave it for 20 minutes, and then when you come back, then what we're going to do is actually look at what we're going to create. So the best thing is I'm going to come back to, I'm going to finish this one here, so I'm going to have 2 batches, and then we're going to experiment. Alright, so go into the kitchen, remember what I said, salt, flour, so whatever you use in salt, use twice as much for it in flour, and then you need to add about, I'd say about 3/4 of a cup to a cup of water, okay? But you don't want it all sticky, but you want it just like that. Alright, so let's go and make some salt dough.